Alright guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Mr. Baby and today I'm going to be showing you the best types of units to bring into the Legendary Goku event so you can increase your chances of beating it. Now, before I hop in, I just want to say that this video is not for those who have like every single unit rainbowed, you know, whale accounts, nothing like that. This is mainly for those people who are struggling to beat the event or maybe just don't know the best types of units to bring into there, okay? So the first thing I want to say, the best types of units that you can bring, or one of the best types of units that you can bring into Legendary Goku event are the units that stack attack and defense or defense. Now, some people don't know how to tell if a unit stacks attack and defense. That's okay. No one's judging you. I'm here to teach you, okay? So again, units that stack attack and defense infinitely or stack defense infinitely. You don't want a unit that stacks attack infinitely because they'll be very strong, but they'll be able to take a lot. They'll take a lot of damage when they get super attacked, right? So the first character I want to show you guys really quick, and I actually have a good way to show you if a unit stacks attack and defense. A really easy way. Now watch. This Trunks right here. I know what you guys are thinking. His super attack says raises attack, and I understand that. The thing with this Trunks, right, is that he's only in this form for the first 3 turns of the battle, because he transforms from the 3rd turn, and it's not a choice, it's not an active skill, right? It's automatic. But when we get to his transformation, he raises attack and defense infinitely, right? It doesn't say by this much for this many turns. There's no limitation, there's no restriction. It just says raises attack and defense. Now, the one thing I want to point out to you guys is that if it says raises attack and defense and it's followed by the word and, that's how you know he stacks. I think this is a good theory. I have not seen it to where it's not in this case, but usually it's and cause immense damage to any enemy, right? And I'll show you a good example of units that do not stack attack and defense, just so we can be clear. But right here it says raise attack and defense. There's no limitation, there's no restriction, there's nothing that says by 20% for the next 6 turns. No. If we hover over this one, it says raise attack and defense by 20% for 99 turns. Basically infinitely, right? Because no event is going to last you 99 turns. But it's infinite, it doesn't really matter. So this guy stacks, and the really cool thing is that you can keep him in this form for as long as you want, because his next transformation or this next version of him right here is a choice. And again, he does not stack here. It doesn't say anything about stacking. So this is really a choice. So you can keep him in this form all you want, and he stacks attack and defense. That's why this guy is great for Legendary Goku event. Absolutely great for Legendary Goku event. The reason why stacking units are really good is because once you're able to stack enough defense up throughout the fight, not even MUI Goku can damage you with normal attacks, right? The thing with MUI Goku is that he hits so freaking hard, right? Now, if this guy's on rotation every single time and you're running a really good team, he might take maybe 50-60k on a super attack, which is a lot better than 400-500k, right? Now, again, depending on how much HP you have and the items you have left, that can still be a little bit difficult, but stacking units are definitely the way to go. Now let me show you another example. This guy right here. Now I think this guy is probably one of the best units to bring into Legendary Goku event, okay? He stacks attack and defense. How do we know? There's no limitation, and it's followed by the word and, right? So he stacks attack and defense. Another really cool thing about this guy is that he gets 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, right? And another attack and defense plus 10% if it's a physical key sphere. But he also changes orbs into physical orbs. So he makes it extremely easy for you to get attack and defense plus 30% per physical key sphere obtained. And it's insane because he also heals so much. I have a video up on my channel of me using this guy for Legendary Goku event. You can see how busted he is, how much he heals. He doesn't even, if you have a whole field of orbs, not a whole field, but if you have a good majority of orbs for this guy, physical orbs, he does not even take damage from a super attack from STRUI Goku. If you want proof, go look at my video where I think it was when I no-itemed the event or when I beat it with the Goku family team. It's one or the other. So, and again, I no-itemed it with units that stack, right? So again, this guy raises attack and defense and he heals so much. If you guys had this guy in your box, he's definitely worth the Kais. Get him to SA10. I mean, you can farm him, basically. You can kind of farm him up on free to play, but you'll have to awaken one of the Gokus that go blue, right? So there's a free-to-play Goku that you guys can easy A that actually he awakens to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. If you want to really do that grind, you can go ahead and feed this guy up free to play. But again, he is worth the guys. He heals up so much. He's great for Legendary Goku event. If you give him crits, he does a lot of damage against MUI Goku. But the first thing I want to say is that, well, not the first thing, but what I want to say is that when units stack, I think it's better to always give them additionals, because if they get additional off, they raise their attack and defense twice, right? Which improves their chances of defending against the Legendary Goku event, right? So there are units who stack attack and defense, but there's also units who stack defense just primarily, and those units are very good too because they won't do a lot of damage per se, but they won't take damage either. So it's really it's safe for them to leave him at the last slot, right? Because that's where UI Goku or MUI Goku likes to super a lot, right? So the first one I want to say is this guy right here, this Namek Goku. As you guys can see by his super attack, there's nothing that indicates he stacks, which I understand. But when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 3rd turn, he becomes Super Saiyan Goku. As you guys can see, he raises defense infinitely. How can we tell? It's followed by the word and there's no limitation. Again, I'm going to show you a perfect example of a unit that does not stack. Actually, 2 units that don't stack. So this guy raises defense infinitely, and again, if you give him a bunch of additionals, he's going to keep supering. And let's say he gets 2 supers off, that he raises defense twice. This guy, I used him in my no item run or my Goku family team. He did not take damage at all by anyone. Again, he may have taken like 30k, 40k from UI Goku, but that's normal. But this guy can easily get up to like 500, 400k defense, and it's insane. The quicker, obviously, the quicker he transforms, the better. But you know, he's just really good. That's why I love running him. I have to. He's one of the characters that I have to run when I'm beating the Legendary Goku event. If I want to do it with the Goku family team, that is, right? Or Pure Saiyans. The next unit I want to go over is this Bardock. Now, this Bardock on base form, he stacks attack. He stacks defense infinitely, right? How can we tell? Followed by the word and. Now, some people will argue that he does not stack infinitely because he has transformation. But what you guys are not, or for those of you who say that, what you aren't considering is that his transformation is an active skill, meaning you have a choice, okay? You have a choice whether you want to activate this or not. You can leave him in this form throughout the whole event, which means still be stacking defense throughout the whole event, right? This guy is an infinite stacker. Yes, he has a transformation, but it's a choice. Units that don't have a choice, they don't stack. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of that right now. Okay, this guy right here, he does not stack attack and defense infinitely. I know what you're thinking. Under super attack, it's followed by the word and, right? Raise attack and defense and. But what you guys have to understand is that this guy stacks attack and defense on his base form, right? Then his Super Saiyan form, and then his Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, God. He stacks all that. But when he gets to blue, right? As you guys can see, he does not stack attack and defense at all. And the thing is that these transformations, they aren't a choice. They happen every single time he comes back on rotation. It's not a choice. So by the time you get to here, he reduces damage, which is pretty cool, right? But he doesn't stack anymore, which means he doesn't stack infinitely. You understand what I'm trying to say? He does not stack infinitely. Now this is a really good example of a unit who does not stack. So just so you guys can be clear, right? Here it says raises attack and defense, right? Raise attack and defense by 30% for 6 turns. How do we know that this is not a stacking unit? First of all, there's a limitation. Attack and defense by 30% for only 6 turns. So guess what? When these 6 turns are over, his attack and defense goes back to normal. And when you super attack again, this effect will take place again. That's how that works. But there's also it's not followed by the word and. It says by this much for this many turns. You understand what I'm saying? There's no and there. And that's why I think that theory is correct. Again, I could be wrong. But just look for 2 things. There's no limitation, like here, by 30% for 6 turns, or by 50% for the. Just look out for limitations, and look out for the word and. If it has both of those, you have a stacking unit in your hands. Okay. Now, don't be afraid, to DM me over on Instagram, MrBaby.yt. If you have any questions, I'll definitely be able to help you guys. Now, so this is a really good example of a unit that doesn't stack. Now there's another type of units. There's another type of unit, or you guys know what I'm saying. Another type of unit that's actually really good for Legendary Goku event, and those are the units that do increased damage to Goku family units. Now I know you know what units I'm really thinking of, so let's just look over Cooler, okay? Cooler, he doesn't stack. No, he doesn't stack. But when he gets to his final form, which is probably one of the easiest transformations in the game, he raises attack infinitely. Again, like I said, units who raise attack aren't the best simply because he'll be very strong, right? But he won't be that good defensively. But the thing about Cooler is that it performs a critical hit when there's a pure Saiyans or hybrid Saiyans category enemy, which is insane. Now, the thing with Cooler is his leader skill, right? It's HP 130% and attacking defense plus 170%. So it's better to have this guy within your team than as a leader, right? If you're running this guy as a leader, you're going to have like a 300,000 to 400,000 HP team. And I mean, 300,000, that's a little bit on the low end. 400,000, that's doable for sure. And the 300,000 is doable as well. It's just that if you don't have a bunch of units rainbowed, or if you don't have really good support for this guy, it can be definitely challenging. Yes, he'll do a lot of damage, but he can still take some damage, right? And the units that you're bringing him with, right, can also take a lot of damage. But this guy is really good for Legendary Goku event simply for the fact that he does guaranteed criticals. What does that also mean? You can give him additionals. You can just give him additionals for his potential system. If you guys give him additionals, right, he can do up to 3 super attacks. Let's look at his passive, right? Launches an additional super attack that has a medium additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack. If it becomes a super attack and then you get the super attack off from the hidden potential, that's 3 super attacks. That's 3 SA raises, and that's 3 times he's going to crit. This guy is insane, right? This guy's insane. Again, it's just that if he gets supered by MUI Goku, you will be taking damage. It's just the way it is. Now, this guy right here, I love this Android 13 for the simple fact that he does the same thing as Cooler, right? Now, I think Android 13 on his best team is a little bit better defensively. He gets attack and defense plus 13% per target Goku category ally on the team. Oh, right here, it says massively lower his defense. This does not stack either. There's no and after this, right? It's just with a medium chance of sending the enemy, just in case that was a question from one of you guys. Now, as you guys can see, performs a critical hit when facing an enemy who includes Goku. Now, this guy is on the same team, or couldn't be put on the same team as Cooler. So imagine having 2 units who guarantee crit against this Goku. It's insane. It's insane. Now, if you have this guy surrounded by people who stack, it's over. It's over. Now, the last unit I want to look at before we end today's video is this guy right here. Now, granted, his EZA is only available on JP, but it will be coming on global. And when he does get his EZA, he raises defense infinitely. How do we know? It's followed by and there's no limitations, so there's no restrictions, okay? Now, not only that, he has a high chance of performing a critical hit. Boom. When an enemy includes the name Goku, okay? So, and he's also a support type unit. Target Goku category allies keep 2, attacking defense plus 30%. You run this guy, believe it or not, along him, this guy right here, is really good because the leader skill will be giving him 6 ki, and then he gives himself, 3 more ki, which is 9 ki, and this guy gives him another 2 ki, not this guy. This guy gives another 2 ki. That's 11 ki right there. These 2 people, Android 13 and Golden Frieza are really good together. Now again, they may not link the best, that's understandable, but in terms of ki, they'll definitely work together, especially this guy stacks, so this guy can take all the damage, he gets a high chance to crit, and then this guy moves everyone out the way with his crit, right? So again, in this video I showed you guys units that stack attack, and defense, units who stack defense, units who don't stack, and then units who also do increased damage against Goku. So this video was just mainly, again, to help you guys beat the Legendary Goku event. This is not in any way this video is not in any way for those who can destroy the Legendary Goku event with your Rainbow team. I mean, that's cool and all, but again, this is just for those who need a little bit more help. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. If you want to see more content like this, let me know. If you have any questions at all, hit me in my DMs, MrBaby.yt, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.